to 30 jobs are being created as Manx Airlines moves its plane maintenance to Ronaldsway from the mainland. Today's announcement comes after a delay in getting a grant from the island's government that will help pay for improvements to its workshops. The company, which had modest beginnings at its formation 13 years ago, has grown into one of the biggest regional airlines in Europe.
The airline started in 1982 with just 2 planes. Since then, it's grown to a company employing 800 people. Building work has just started on extending the firm's offices at Ronaldsway Airport to open in a year's time. The company's fleet of 26 aircraft used to be maintained by British Midland, part of the same group that owns Manx Airlines. Now that work is being moved to the island and new jobs will be created.
For the first time for some time, all the maintenance of all our fleet is back in the Isle of Man under our own control, and this is very important to us, both for all sorts of reasons: economic, financial, morale even. It's a very important thing to be looking after our own aircraft. From the Isle of Man's point of view, it means the creation of 25 to 30 good quality jobs in skilled occupation, and that's very important to the island, of course.
Does that help the operation of the airline as well?
It's always easier when you've got maintenance actually right on your doorstep. For a long time, the ATP fleet has been maintained in the Midlands, which means 200 miles away with all the problems that involves with spares and flying the aircraft involved. Right on our doorstep means a great deal in efficiency terms.
But there was a slight hitch in the firm's plans. They had to wait a couple of months for approval of a grant from the Manx government to contribute about 1/3 of the cost of bringing the jobs to the island. For about 8 months, the company has been running internal flights in the UK and to Europe under British Airways colours. That has led to a huge upturn in ticket sales.
One of the problems that we had in flying a route between Southampton and Brussels is how do you communicate with the Belgians to fly Manx Airlines to Southampton? They just haven't heard of Manx Airlines and there is little confidence. Now that route is operated under the name of British Airways and the numbers have grown dramatically. So it's given us confidence, it's given a big boost in numbers, it's helped British Airways because we are feeding more passengers to their long-haul network, and it gives us the opportunity of expanding and developing a lot more within the UK. And I think the Isle of Man has every right to be very proud that it has an airline with 23 aircraft, £100 million turnover, on an island with a population of 70,000. I think that's unique in the world to have that relative size.
There are no immediate plans for expanding the Manx Airlines empire, but the firm says it's constantly looking at ways of covering more routes and so open up more opportunities.
That's it from us. See you tomorrow night.